tell us a little bit about your brand. How did it come about?
So I've always been very kind of creative, and then I decided I'd go to art school. So I went to Chelsea Art School for foundation, and then I went to Camberwell Art School for textiles and printmaking. And then they invited me to stay on for a year after that to do an MA course in printmaking. So I stayed to do that. And while I was there, I met somebody who was very into doing kind of party decoration. And he left before me. He was a bit older and asked me to help him do designing of parties and flowers. So the kind of creative side and the flowers joined up, and we did themed parties, and a lot of that happened.
Amazing. And tell us about a few of those parties. Some of the most notable ones.
Well, we started off doing some quite small dinner parties, and then they evolved into very big. Quite quickly, we did some V&A parties and themed ones, and then that evolved into going to Paris and doing quite a few Dior shows. And my friend Michael Howell designed all the sets, and if it involved flowers, he'd invite me over. And we did the first one that John Galliano designed for Dior in the L'Opéra Paris, which was the most extraordinary event. And then we did another one for Dior in the Parc de Bagatelle, and then several in the Salon. And then he went on to do quite a few films, and he did Victoria, a recent television series, and then I went on to do flowers more, and then ended up by doing the Royal Barge for the Diamond Jubilee on the Thames, which was fantastic. But meanwhile, I was also designing for other companies, and I was designing for Prestat, the chocolate company. I rebranded them, and I've been designing the packaging for about 20 years, and that's been going very well. And started off my own silk range a couple of years ago, which is sort of scarves of different sizes, and now shirts and dressing gowns and sarongs and pet dogger chiefs. They seem to be very popular, and ties and cravats. So it's expanding, but I think it's quite resort where it's quite sort of luxury and fabulous, and all my bright colours can come out in that, and it's really good fun to be doing. And I'm very excited to be here at Vicki Sarge doing this pop-up this week, which is great.
Tell us a little bit as well about the kind of floral designs you do for kind of head garlands. Obviously, they're great for kind of going to the polo, or if you're doing a festival for girls, it's really good because they obviously last.
So the headdresses really came from doing parties, and everyone would say, oh, can I wear one for my themed event, like real flowers on the head? And so I've done lots of real flowers, and then I just thought, well, let's do some. So the fake flowers became so good, the quality of them, and they're so last. And this one actually I've worn at a beach party, and I threw it in the air and practically run it over, and it's still fantastic, and I love it. And you don't have to, you can squash it into the suitcase and take it with you. And so I've done a lot for themed parties, and really high ones with loads of feathers and paper and all kinds of evolving things, and glitter stuck onto cardboard and cut out into shapes of swans and stuff.
And tell us a bit about your silk and your robes. You say they're all made in England and as locally as possible.
Yes, so I design it all here in London, and I wanted to do all my bright colours, and I thought, let's make them all in England, have it printed in England, have it made in England, so it doesn't have to travel too far, and also I can keep an eye on the design and make sure it's absolutely perfect, and then change it slightly if it needs to. But I think it's, there's no reason for things to have to fly around the world all the time to go to the person. So I think if it's local, I'd like to support the people, British public, and try and if it expands, maybe there more and more people can make them, and it's very nice for me, so I can change things very easily and quickly, and I can see the people and get to know the people that are making them, and and it's all 100% silk, so it's none of it's got plastic in it anywhere. So, and you can maybe hang up some of it after you've worn it, hang it on the wall, or make it into something else. And it's very user friendly, and it's quite strong silk. You can make other things from it. And I was thinking I'm going to do dog pet leads out of them, and and then belts, and it's gonna go on and on, being more and more. And also my paintings I can do lots of themes. I want to do, skiing, people skiing down on the back, and I've evolved into thinking that I think the images on the back are what's really good fun. So the front is all kind of a bit like this one. It's quite kind of textile-y at the front, and then the story starts happening at the back.
And after this pop-up shop, where could people buy your produce?
Well, really on kittyarden.com on my website, everything's there. All the art and the headdresses, you can order them and have them made, and you can order commissions, and you can actually buy the actual ones there. And so at the moment, kittyarden.com, I am doing various pop-ups, and so that will go up online to show where it's happening, but mostly online. But they can always email me and ask me questions if they want to do a commission of something particularly. So everything's on the online. So I have the pet handkerchiefs and the pet dog chiefs are online, and the headdresses are online, and the art. There's a library of art that I've done before, and then there's a library of art that one can buy, and all the silks is going out slowly but surely.